Glory to Ukraine! The 260th day of the heroic resistance of the Ukrainian people to a Russian military large-scale invasion continues. According to the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, during the past day, in the direction of Petropavlivka-Novorossiysk, units of the Defense Forces of Ukraine advanced 7 kilometers and took control of 6 settlements. The situation is similar in the direction of Pervomaisk-Kherson, where our troops also took control of 6 settlements. The enemy is trying to keep the temporarily captured territories, is concentrating its efforts on restraining the actions of the defense forces in certain directions, and is continuing the equipment of defensive lines on the left bank of the Dnipro River. At the same time, it conducts offensive operations in the Bakhmut, Avdiivka, and Novopavlivka directions. Areas of populated areas of Donetsk, Luhansk, Dnipropetrovsk, and Zaporizhia regions were hit by the enemy. In the Volyn and Polisia directions, the situation remains without significant changes. The Republic of Belarus continues to support the armed aggression of the Russian Federation against Ukraine, providing it with infrastructure, territory, and airspace. The formation of the Russian-Belarusian grouping of troops on the territory of the Republic of Belarus continues. The enemy shelled in such other directions, in the Seversky directions from mortars, in the area of the village of Hremyak, Chernihiv Oblast, in the Slobozansky directions from mortars, rocket and barrel artillery, in the areas of the settlements of Streleka, Ternova, Staritsa, Ohertseve, Vovchansk, and Kolodyazn, on the Kupiansk and Lyman directions from artillery of various types, in the areas of the settlements of Kislivka, Tabaivka, Berestovka, Lisnastinka, Stelmakivka, Myasozerivka, Makiivka, Nevsk, Yampolivka, and Lyman, in the Bakhmut direction from tanks and the entire range of artillery, in the areas of Rozdalivka, Yakovlivka, Soldar, Bakhmutsk, Bakhmut, Opatny, Kurdyamivka, Toretsk, New York, and Maersk settlements. In the Avdiivka direction from tanks, mortars, barrel and jet artillery, in the areas of Avdiivka, Opatny, Vadiane, Pervomaisk, Nevolsk, Mariinka, Pereskovivka, and Novomykhailivka settlements, in the Novopavlivsk and Zaporizhia directions from tanks and artillery of various calibers, in the areas of the settlements of Volodar, Pavlivka, Novosilka, Neskany, Novopil, Timirivka, Alhivsk, Uspanivka, Chervon, Huliapol, Zeliznikn, Huliapilsk, Cherivn, Orahiv, and Stepov. Muziivka, Ilinka, and Novokiivka of the Dnipropetrovsk Oblast were directly hit by artillery fire in the South Bud direction. In order to prevent the advance of units of the defense forces, the occupying forces are increasing the fortification equipment of the positions in the temporarily occupied territory of the Zaporizhia Oblast. In order to speed up the pace of engineering works, the occupiers are trying to involve the civilian local population. In order to replenish current losses and strengthen the group of occupiers in the Kherson direction, in the temporarily occupied territory of the Donetsk region, military personnel who retreated from the Kharkiv direction are being searched and detained. As a feature, the sending of groups of invaders without warm clothes, equipment, means of protection and weapons is noted. They are promised to be delivered directly to the area of hostilities. The training of those mobilized in military educational institutions on the territory of the Russian Federation continues. So, according to available information, the next batch of the specified category of persons is expected to be sent from Smolensk in the second decade of November. This group was trained on the basis of the Air Defense Military Academy of the Armed Forces of the Russian Federation. During the current day, the aviation of the defense forces of Ukraine struck the enemy 8 times. 7 areas of concentration of personnel, weapons, and military equipment, as well as the position of the enemy's anti-aircraft defenses, were affected. During the day, soldiers of the missile forces and artillery hit the command post, 8 areas of concentration of manpower, weapons, and military equipment, 2 ammunition depots, 5 air defense systems, and other important military objects of the Russian occupiers. I believe in the armed forces. Together we will win. Glory to Ukraine!